have a wide range of goods for budget from the most
Anybody even listening to this? Let me sell you stuff.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget.
My friend from Placid Waters. Wonderful. You had it.
Fortune, our technician. Halt there. You match the description of the technic. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you. What are they teaching you? Some might label me Mr. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be. You may avail.
We've got your punch right.
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you? There. Was there anything else you wished to discuss? No need to wait for... I was assigned to the Order as a girl, but if I had to theor... My left... All jesting as... People are gonna start to talk, and I...
You are here for a reason? Of course.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion. Now, how might we be of... Yes, don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. I must admit I first had doubts, due to your association. I've informed the precise... I don't need to say this, but if you...
To see you again. I had hoped since when you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. Farewell.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue. But I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Student. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts, and I heard you were the source of this plot. I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility? Perhaps this is a fine opportunity to curve Death's grim median. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the Undisputed Claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
The plan is always in motion. Much like you, it would seem. Call it Laplace. It saddens me to see that. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name. Yes, in reality, I was I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with. Likely not. May you. Welcome back, Agent. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbid. May you.
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial...
Don't wait for a line to form in...
I just had word from that old number cruncher on a merger if they partner with...
Artificiality is our guiding principle. Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Oh, spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed. No, it would not.
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
In my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal. That is a compelling vision of the future. One I could perhaps support. Involving money in science seems questionable. But having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. And I assure you that Auntie's choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous! And a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
Would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity. That assumes Auntie's choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce.
To worry, we can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's choice and order standards. Partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. Is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's choice would actually use it. For good, of course, in a gainful manner. That is not an entirely terrible idea. Would cut down on the research and development overhead.
I am happy to accept such a compromise, so long as the Order always remains involved in supervising access to the technology.
And that's that. I don't believe there's anything more on the docket.
There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
Will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Fortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. Perhaps I have not been entirely forthright. This treatment will enact a permanent change in my personality. Irreversible. But it will not cost me anything I would lament losing.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example. Just like Laureate Beckett. I weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well, never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation at any rate.
Oh, bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Oh, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider.
We'll of course provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Toodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, we must reclaim Spyreton from the enemy. Spyreton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the Archive called the Calcaduceus. Calcaduceus grants special access to the Archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. The Order has control over...
Can't believe I just watched peace made between the Order and Auntie's choice. Seems like a dream I'd have after eating too many woolly curds.
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-get. You've proved quite you don't seem much put off by it. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes? Fortunately, as far as what happened,
Not exactly.
we've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously
But ultimately...
No, to find me the... That... It was... Make it mine.
Bolster defenses to protect...
Well then...
expected. Spies from Anti-Cleo. Seize them!
Questions?
What? Worthy of review. That's the cut. You get the taste.
Enemy spotted.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we live with glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more,
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Value added Esplanade.
acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. I do spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big
You there! Yes, you! I'd recognize your kind anywhere.
But our Arcadia Throne League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Wrong? prohibited in the Tuesday. The Thursday zones? Why even have the T zones? Oh, and sportsmen. Isn't tolerated? That will put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink.
From pop guns to
Can't tell the
self-propelled
difference
cannons,
between covering
I have
and
whatever.
You have the look of someone. Unfortunately,
I pit our least bankable.
Soon I'll be able to leave this off. You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? Splendid. Oh, splendid! We'll ensure your reward matches the ample amount of faith I've placed in you. Nay, exceeds it. No additional hidden clauses. Honest. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share? Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results. With their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution, our market dominance is a foregone conclusion. Yes, so much to do, and we have you to thank for making it happen. I am quite looking forward to you working for me further. As they say, time is capital, time is...
I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's. Reckon this news. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander?
What do you need, Commander?
Such as?
You're the one responsible for us working with these short-sighted consumerists, hmm? Well, better additional than subtractional, I surmise. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces to your intended assault on Spyerton? Ooh, a change in plan. An unanticipated... Our scheduled reinforcements should be here in no time. I'm sure they'll arrive at the most optimal moment. Huh?
Ratcheting up my aggression. Ooh, an enemy. Aggressor ahead. Torpificator at ready status. Get down! Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Verifying enemy location. Causation determined.
Investigating. Protectorate's been fully cleaned out, Commander.
Yeesh. I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Do these Order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math charts and chalkboards, and how many abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
Protectorate has this sealed. It can only be unsealed near the archive's entrance, remember?
As predicted, Spireton is ours. Above average work. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have numerous calculations to think about.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum moment. Apparently we're meant to hold fire. Not just taking it.
It's been a long night. I haven't seen anything.
Forward.
You want to see it?
Mobilizing.
All rightly appreciate our perfect life of contentment and plenty. You cannot. Sweeping.
Weapon prime! Yeah.
Each a vital card. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Official
You know what? You're all right.
Sir, the extra food drop has landed somewhere off target over in order territory.
Exactly where I wanted it. Right.
They want to see you down at the armory. Straight, soldier.
Election is an idle time pass.
You're the anomalous outlier from the wireless.
My academic rivals are no doubt sitting comfortably in probabilistic analysis and ossification right now.
Yeah.
Yup. The professionals are here now.
Just want you to
Everybody
know
else can
your
go
efforts
home.
are seen and appreciated.
Ever your honorarium, it is well deserved. Well, aren't you the...
All clear?
Good to have you. It's been a long night. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.